It might be a cold night, but with the cardboard down and the gloves and the 2 hats we're having just to make it feels a lot warmer tonight, so it's better in that respect. I'm still not getting used to sleeping outside still. It seems a bit more, I feel a bit more at ease than I did last night. I'm not as twitchy or looking around all the time, but you're still very aware that you're outside and very exposed.
Today, rather than concentrating my efforts on making money to sustain a life on the streets, I decided to try and be a bit more proactive and actually get myself off the streets. I found out about a few groups that are there to help homeless people like themselves. One of them is called Shelter, which is a national organisation aimed at getting people off the streets and providing help for those people. Another one is the Cyrenians, who are a Christian organisation who have spearheaded a new scheme to get homeless people a trade. And finally, the place I'm going to go to today, the West End Youth Inquiry Service, which is a group that helps homeless people, and particularly young people such as myself, get off the streets.
Right, the first thing I need to do is make a couple of telephone calls and hopefully get you an appointment to see somebody. I think the best thing I could do is ring the Housing Advice Centre. They have an emergency number. Okay. If I go and ring them, give them just a few brief details that you've given me and see what they say as to who I can put you onto, because a lot of the places aren't open now and I might have to just send you down to Hill Court and see if they've got a place down there for you for tonight, and then we can sort you out for tomorrow.
There's a chance to be able to sleep somewhere.
Yeah, hopefully there will be, which I'll see. I'm going to have to ring and see what accommodation they've got at the moment, so I can go and do that now.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I'm not able to help you right at this moment because the office shuts at 4 o'clock. I know it means you're sleeping out again tonight, but you wouldn't like to come back tomorrow, would you, during the day, earlier on? Yeah. And then I can speak to NIN, Newcastle Independence Network, and they'll be able to put me on to the right person for you because I can't get anybody at this time of night.
But after tomorrow I should be able to get sorted with some accommodation.
Hopefully they'll be able to sort you with something, yes, because we do have plenty of places. It's just I can't directly ring them. I have to go through the Housing Advice Centre.
And if I got into the temporary accommodation, how would I go about getting into permanent accommodation? Would I have to go through the council? With
through
that?
The Housing Advice Centre.
Right.
You go down to see them, make an appointment with them, and they'll help you to fill out all the forms and everything.
It's just like a step at a time, just work your way through and then get onto that.
Yes.
Right, that's fantastic. Well, thank you very much for
I'm
that.
really sorry I couldn't help you tonight.
No, it's fine. I'll come back tomorrow and hopefully have some luck. The lady from the advice centre told me about a place I could go to get a warm meal. It was called the People's Kitchen, so I went down to have a look.
To anybody who comes along, all we offer is a meal. That's all our brief is to put a meal in front of people. But the logo actually says friendship first and food second. And for a lot of people, that's what we're offering more than actually the food itself. They can be fed in a lot of places, but a lot of our customers come along simply because they want to talk to someone. They want somebody to recognise them. And I'm not looking down on them because we all love to be, accepted by others for all sorts of reasons. And that might be the reason they come along. I always stress that everyone here is equal. We don't judge, we never look down on people. Because we give away everything that we get, we don't charge for it. Then you don't have to make value judgments about things. You don't have to put a value on any particular person for whatever reason. They can always just drift in and drift out, and it could be anybody who comes in for a meal. The only thing that we ask is that you're just pleasant enough to us. There's no sort of criteria to pass to come through the door.
All the way down the back.
Girl who walks the streets of London, red in her hair and her gloves in rags.
After only a few days in the streets, I really realised how difficult it was. Not only was it physically draining, but also mentally. I really began to feel rejected by society. In the end I did manage to find some accommodation, but in reality it's not so simple as that. Most people who are on the street tend to suffer from things like alcoholism, drug dependency. When you've got things like that in your life, it makes it a lot more difficult to actually focus and start trying to get yourself off the streets.
Have you seen the old man in the old night cafe?
not a pleasant experience at all, but the best thing I found from this experience was actually meeting the people who help the homeless. There was such a nice set of people who were prepared to do anything for you for practically nothing in return. Since my experience now, I always have a lot more consideration for homeless people. I won't be one of those people who just walks past and ignores them from now on.
35 years of life is still